Right to the Zoom.
Any problems you can kick us off?
Yeah, I'm happy to start. Simon, did you see that coming? You've been playing so well the last two games, and yeah, I mean, you struggled from the outset to probably stop them and then also get everything going the other way outside of Allen and Creaky. What did you make of it?
Oh, you summed it up pretty well there. I mean, did we see that? We certainly saw the potential of it. I mean, last week they were against Brisbane, they were extraordinary. It was one hell of a shooting display, but we made it a little easier for them than it probably needed to be. I thought we got hit on screens too easy, didn't fight over. I mean, Pardon and Brantley may not have had their biggest nights statistically, but just the impact they have on the ball handlers and freeing them up, and they did a fantastic job of that with us early. And it's always hard when you get a 37-point opening quarter. I mean, similar to our game last time, only the roles reversed this time.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess they've been so good defensively all season, and they haven't always shot the ball well, they haven't always been scoring, but now they're starting to put up points. I mean, how tough are they? What's making them so good right now?
Yeah, I mean, you shoot the ball at that level, you're going to get numbers, and they shot the ball extraordinarily well tonight, both first half and in that last quarter when the bench came on. The effectiveness of Barry Brown and Will McDowell-White just finding guys open, but Barry just blowing by our defence made it really difficult. They're extraordinarily rugged team. They're really high level. They execute very well. They got themselves to the line. They made threes, and they were tough on them pick and roll. So it was sort of plugging holes tonight. Whatever we tried to take away, they found another way to score, and we kind of hurt ourselves too with just with our turnovers early. It just seemed like every time we turned it over, it led to a bucket, and so sometimes your offense leads to some poor defense, and or at least some poor defensive numbers, and we couldn't take a break tonight. And when we did in the third quarter start to get a few stops, we gave up O boards. So it's just a disappointing evening for us tonight.
You've been talking about how impressed you've been with your defensive improvements the last couple of games, and rightfully so, but was tonight a bit of a step backwards in that regard?
What do you think? 110 points. I don't think I've said much about the defence, to be honest. I just get sick of talking about it.
No, that's fair enough. At the offensive end, Creaky and Al both had good nights and looked like they could almost, get whatever they wanted. They both played well. How do you get the balance right between taking advantage of what they're doing and trying to get other guys involved? Because you probably struggled to get anyone else really going tonight.
Look, you go to the well, right? If you're scoring in a certain way, I think 84 points is enough to win a game. The turnovers hurt us. Turning the ball over. We didn't get a lot of input from our output from our bench tonight. Certainly compared to the performances of the players coming off New Zealand's bench. We've got to find a balance, but guys got to make shots as well. It's not like it was just only sets run for those guys. We're 5 of 22 from behind the arc, and most of those shots are taken from our backcourt. So you've got to make shots. Some of them are good looks too.
What do you make of that out there, Alan? Obviously, the score probably says it all you need to know about the game. But what did you make of it out on the court?
We just didn't get enough possessions because we were giving the ball to the other team. So anytime you do that as much as we did, especially in that first half, you dig yourself a hole. And against a good team like the Breakers here, it's tough to come back from. So.
It's almost the total opposite in a lot of ways, so to get, like Simon said, to the last time you played them. What did they do well tonight that just made you struggle at both ends of the floor?
Is that for me? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing was they were active. They have a lot of athletes on that team, and they do a good job of being physical with you on ball screens. They hard hedged a lot of the ball screens, and just uncharacteristically like us, we just turn the ball over a lot of times. And so when that happens, like I said, you dig yourself a hole, and against a good team, it's hard to come back from. So it's something to go back to the drawing board on and just kind of get back to playing Southeast Melbourne, Phoenix basketball. So.
Just last one for you, Al. Is it a good thing that you've now got a short turnaround? I know it's a challenging travel schedule to get back home now to play on Saturday, but is it a good thing after this game to have a quick bounce back to play Melbourne on Saturday?
I mean, you kind of want to shed it, you know. Obviously, there's pieces to it that we really got to address and really got to lock in on. But you can't harp on it too much with the quick turnaround. So, yes and no. You know, obviously, you'd like to have ample time to get rest and recovery, especially coming back from a very long flight from New Zealand back home to play a waiting Melbourne United team for us. So, it's going to be tough, but there's no excuses, and nobody here is looking for any. So, we're looking to put our best foot forward come Saturday at JCA, and we know that the fire pit's going to be rocking in there. So we're excited to get back home.
Simon, last one from me. What do you hope to see now in response from your team on Saturday night?
I guess a similar response to after we travelled to Perth before playing Melbourne United last time. You know, we've got to go see how we're doing from a health perspective. You know, we were unable to get Gary Brown back in the game. He's got a little tweak of an ankle, I think. But yeah, certainly from a defensive standpoint, we've got to be able to fight over screens much better than that. We've got to be able to communicate a whole lot better than that. So yeah, we get those two things right. I mean, we've got some standards that we have. You know, we'll keep those to ourselves. But there were some things there that we expect of each other on any given night, which I don't think we performed well tonight. So we'll go back through the video, have a look at those, point them out to where we can be better in those areas, and that usually takes care of the rest of our game.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers.
Any final